Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Ashley Pickens here in Memphis, Tennessee, also known as your auction mama, right? I've been in real estate since 2006 as a real estate agent, also as a real estate broker, but most of you know me because I'm your auction mama. I'm at the courthouse auctioning off foreclosures for the attorneys and the banks. I'm the one that says going once, going twice, sold. That's me. I don't talk super fast, for the record. So if this is your first time here, welcome. We are jumping into HUD's latest report. So you know I kind of come on here every month and discuss when HUD puts out their housing insecurities survey, right? It's just a survey. These numbers are not exact. If you ask me, you know the rule. You got to multiply by 2, okay? So when you hear the numbers, multiply by 2. This is just a housing survey. They've never asked me. Comment below if they've asked you. Comment below if they have not asked you. So I don't know who they're asking, but this is what they're saying. Housing insecurity. Okay, so let's catch up to where we are. Last month, the title of the article said, housing insecurity appears to be stabilizing for renters. Okay, so last month we had 11% or 5.1 million renter households behind on rental payments, okay? We also had, now keep in mind, this is last month. This is not this month. So, we also had, let's talk about homeowners behind on their mortgage. Approximately 5.3% or 4.35 million homeowner households were behind on their mortgage payments in May, up from 4.9% or 4.08 million. An estimated 1.05 million homeowners feared foreclosure was imminent in the next 2 months. Okay, so that was like the last month. It's always a lag. So, excuse me. Let's talk about this latest report that just came out a couple of days. This is for June. Okay, keep in mind it's always a lag. So, June's numbers. The title of this article says, housing insecurity appears to have increased for renters. The month before it said it stabilized. Now it has increased. So let's see what's going on with the renters and then the homeowners. The survey shows that approximately 13.1% or 6 million renter households were behind on their rental payments in June. Y'all, 6 million renters, and you know, like I said, you probably got to multiply by 2. What are these investors doing? Like, what are these landlords doing if these people aren't paying their rent? You know what I mean? That's like a domino effect when it deals with like renters, right? Because they're paying to somebody else. And I know a lot of people think all the landlords and all the investors are these big hedge funds, when in reality, most investors are just like single family individuals who own like 5 to 7 rental properties. It's not hedge funds. So if you've got some rental property that's not being rented or the renter's not paying, you know, it's a lot of investors in trouble. And I can say from what I've seen personally, a lot of investors are in foreclosure. I see it a lot in Georgia. I told y'all I'm your auction mama. Like, I'm seeing these notices, these notice of sale, notice of default, and it's a lot of investors. I'm seeing a lot in Georgia. Shout out to Georgia, Texas. Y'all had your big auction this week. First Tuesday of the month is when Georgia and Texas have their big auctions, right? And a lot of them have been investors. And I'm seeing like properties that have been bought and they have not completed the work on it, like in the process of renovation and then going into foreclosure and up for auction. Yeah, it's going to be a mess. Let's just get through the election, you guys. Get through the election, and then we're gonna see this house of cards. It might come falling down like London bridges. Okay, so let's get back to the article. Okay, so 6 million renter households were behind on their rental payments in June. An estimated 4.8% or 2.2 million renter households feared eviction was imminent in the next 2 months. I mean, if like 6 million renters are behind on their rent, you would think 6 million renters feared eviction. I don't know, but you know, that's just me. Let's talk about homeowners. Approximately 5.17% or 4.26 million homeowner households were behind on their mortgage payments in June. It says it's down slightly from 5.2 or 4.3. So it was 4.3 the month before, and now it's 4.2 million. So, and again, you need to multiply by 2, because let me be honest, no one has ever called me and asked for my help if they're behind, and they've been behind 3 months. Everybody who calls me is behind a year or 2 years, okay? And I've been watching these numbers for years, since COVID at least. These numbers have not changed since COVID. I will link the article down below. Y'all can go back and read the article, okay? So I'm telling you, we've been at 4 million, between 4 and 5 million homeowners behind on their mortgage for the last 4 years. And I know for a fact there are homeowners who have not paid their mortgage since COVID. I'm telling you. Not what I think, it's what I see when people call me. And they have not paid since 2020. So, that's all I'm saying. Now, back to the article, because you know I can get off. Approximately, what did I say, 5.17% or 4.26 million homeowner households were behind on their mortgage payments. An estimated 1.2% or 1.01 million homeowners feared foreclosure was imminent in the next 2 months. Again, if 4 million people behind, 4 million need to fear foreclosure is what I would think. But that's just me and my mortgage. You know what I mean? But I'm here to say, you guys, you know, it's a lot of people just not paying. Think about what happened in the last 2 years. COVID, you know, we had that moratorium. We've never had a moratorium like that, right? That lasted 2 years. It's still some people in COVID protection right now. Y'all, I kid you not. They have already started scheduling auctions for January 2025. Y'all, it's August. I kid you not. They have already started scheduling foreclosure auctions for January 2025. I'm assuming that it's a VA loan because veterans have been covered through the end of 2024. So they've already started scheduling for 2025. So heads up on that. You guys, we got to get through this election. But I feel like after we get through this election, y'all, I think we're going to see some banks start crumbling. The cracks are going to reveal themselves. I will absolutely say that. That's why I'm just kind of holding off on buying a house. But I see interest rates have started going down. So if you've got to get out there and buy a house, you guys, negotiate. Okay? But for me, I'm going to wait till after this election. That's what I'm going to say. You know, you just stack some money, pay down your credit, get your credit as good as you can possibly get it. And then let us get through this election. Okay? So, that is what's going on. We got a whole bunch. If we were to put these two numbers together, that is 4 million plus 6 million. 10 million people did not pay for housing in June. 10 million. So, I know they're not reporting that on the news. I know they're reporting unicorns and sunflowers and pink starbursts on the news. But the truth is, it's a lot of people who have not paid for shelter, and a lot of these jobs are laying off. I know every time I look at the news, it's layoff after layoff after layoff. So, you know, govern yourselves accordingly. Just wanted to share this quick little article with you that I found, you guys. Look, I try to squeeze as much as I can in these videos because I don't know when my next video is coming out. Look. So, I'm going to squeeze everything I can so I can get the information out to you. I'm going to do better. I will try to do better. So, you guys, I found this article. 7.1 trillion with a TR, dollars in uninsured deposits brewing in U.S. bank accounts as customers risk zero protection from federal government. Y'all, some of y'all got y'all's money in these banks that are not insured. $7 trillion of uninsured money. You guys, if you know the limit, you got to have $250,000. That's the limit. If you got more than $250,000 in a bank, you need to move it to another bank. Okay? I know everybody who watches me are like millionaires and billionaires. I know. So, $7.1 trillion in uninsured deposits are floating around in these banks. And like I said, you guys, after this election, these banks gonna start crumbling. And if you got more than $250,000 in a bank, look, it might be gone. It says Americans are holding a whopping $7.162 trillion in uninsured cash in their bank accounts, according to an under-the-radar report from the FDIC. The agency says the data, which was captured at the end of March, shows the amount of unprotected cash in U.S. banks. I know all y'all got like millions of dollars. You better put $250,000 in the bank and put the rest in your shoebox under the mattress. I'm trying to tell you. U.S. banks align with the FDIC to promise customers that deposits up to the amount of $250,000 will always be covered in the event of a collapse. Wait till we get past this election. But anything in excess is not insured. The FDIC is increasing its scrutiny on the issue, warning that uninsured deposits may make lenders more susceptible, I can read, to bank runs. And you know, bank runs in 2024 are not like bank runs in 1925. They actually had to physically run to the bank and get their money out. Now a run on the bank is like this. Transfer, done. You know what I mean? Times have changed. And banks know that, right? So, while many banks have increased their reliance on uninsured deposits, the trend has been most pronounced among the largest banks. The FDIC's $250,000 cap was tested during last year's collapse of Silicon Valley Bank, Signature Bank, and First Republic Bank. Y'all, we all know as soon as everybody heard that the first one, when Silicon Valley collapsed, everybody was like, I was over here like, not my $17. You know, and everybody's like, it's fine, everything's going to be fine. But once a bank starts collapsing, baby, everybody start, hold on. You know, you can't stop that rumble of talking, and people kind of like, well, what's going on in my bank? What's going on? Maybe I need to move some. Maybe I need to put my money under the mattress. My grandmama was right. You know what I mean? So we had 3 banks collapse. It's going to be some more collapsing too, especially with commercial real estate. Look, 10 million people not paying their bills. Look, in a historic first, all deposits at the bank were protected by the federal government with a combination of the FDIC's insurance and an extraordinary use of the systematic risk exception, right? In the wake of the crisis, the FDIC says it's now asking U.S. banks to provide comprehensive data on the composition of both insured and uninsured deposits to improve its ability to track and manage risk. They want these banks to report how much money you got that's not insured, because these people gonna have it's gonna be World War V out here. You know what I mean? If these people lose, that's what I'm saying, you guys. If you got more than $250,000 sitting in one bank, take that on out. Take out your $251,000 plus and put it in another bank, or open up. You know what I mean? You can have multiple bank accounts, right? You can have multiple shoe boxes, whatever you need to do. But you're gonna be real mad if the bank collapses and you lose your money. So I'm trying to warn you. This is my little warning. Warning. If you got more than $250,000 in a bank, anywhere, do something different. Make some moves. Is all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And after this election, you need to do it before the election. You need to do it before the election ends. You know what I'm saying? Before 2025 makes it here, get your coins in order. That's all I'm saying. So, you guys, that is it for this video. Couple articles, housing insecurities. I will be back soon. But of course, when HUD's next article comes out, I'll be back next week with some more videos, because I know the foreclosure numbers come out next week. The foreclosure numbers will be out. We will see who tops the list for REOs, most foreclosure starts, everything. So get ready. If you have not subscribed to the channel, I would appreciate it if you do. I'm also on Instagram, Your Agent Ashley. On Instagram, you guys, I'm right here on YouTube. I'm usually live on Sunday nights at 8 o'clock Central Time, right here. And that is it, you guys. All my links are down below. I know y'all asked me about my letters that I mail to homeowners that are in distress. If you need some examples of what to send, check down below. If you are going to the auction, the best auction course in the country, I made it. Your girl made it. The link is down below. The Auction Accelerator. I teach you how to find properties, analyze them, do a title search, you guys, how to calculate your bid, how to calculate repairs. I got you, you guys. Cash for keys contracts. The Auction Accelerator. It is down below. All links are down below. You guys, as always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.